Golo, you were just telling me you're based in Rajasthan. Tell us about the solar potential there is in Rajasthan. I've been there once. Wonderful part of India. Always seems to be sunny.
It's getting very hot in India. It can go up to 48 degrees centigrade, and the solar insolation is also very good. It's, I would say it's among the best in the world, and it's very good for solar hot water systems, solar photovoltaic, solar steam cooking system, concentrating systems, everything. You can try it out. It works in Rajasthan.
Solar steam cooking sounds fascinating. How does that work?
Well, we started around 15 years ago, and we did first small research project sponsored by the German government, by GIZ, and we set up a small solar steam cooking system based on a parabolic dish. And that dish concentrates the sunlight and focuses it on a receiver. Inside is water, the water starts boiling and you have steam. And steam you can use anywhere you want it, and we have large kitchens. So we send the steam into the cooking vessels and we cook rice, dal, lentil, and now we have a solar cooker which cooks 35,000 meals a day.
Wow, so if my meal of dal bat's waiting for me, how long is that going to take you to cook?
Well, it's pretty fast because we generate the steam in daytime, so whenever we need it, we can store it temporarily. So whenever we need it, we can release it. So it's just 5 minutes, 10 minutes for a 120-liter vessel of rice, no problem.
And how practicable is a technology like that to be rolled out across India?
Well, what we observed is that the technology is actually out. Solar or renewable energy is there and known since long time. First concentrator systems have been built 100 years ago in Egypt, very successful. And it's not only a question of the technology to roll it out, it's a question of the consciousness, and it's a question of the awareness that people are really understanding where we are and what is needed. And that's where we try to fuse the renewable or sustainable technology with a spiritual lifestyle, because we believe people have to be empowered to do the right things at the right time.
And how do you empower them?
Well, we have a lot of meditation camps there. We invite people to come. We have self-management leadership programs. And we believe if a person has a decent lifestyle and meditates regular, it empowers the self. Whatever good wishes you have, you will be easier enabled to execute them successful.
You know, Golo, it's a busy life these days. You know, there are lots of distractions for kids, for adults, for people all around the world. How do you convince them that meditation and other such forms of sort of getting an awareness of yourself, how do you convince them that's the way forward?
Well, it's a bit of a sad story. Nowadays our society lacks a bit values and ethics, and we are totally onto the train of materialism and consumerism. It's one of the problems that our ecological footprint is very negative, and we just had a workshop today on the subject of capacity building, and I think we have to build really good capacity for our kids and really create the awareness right in the school that the happiness in life does not mean that you have the latest iPad or the Nintendo or whatever. Happiness in life has to come from within. And so when you meditate, you're able to generate that inner peace, that inner love and that compassion. And that is something everybody has to learn. It's very, very important, but especially for the children.
And just looking back at India briefly, you're a German who's lived in India, I think you said, for the last 20 years.
Yes, that's right.
How have you seen that country change? And do you think there is the willingness within India to adopt some of these solar technologies as opposed to going down the route of countries such as Germany and the UK and adopting a more fossil fuel-based society?
I came first time to India. There was a lot of camels and donkeys and very few cars. Now you come to Delhi or Bombay and they're the same like any big metropolitan city, is a steaming of traffic. You can't put your foot on the road and already a car drives over your foot. It's very dangerous. India naturally is trying to have a different approach towards development. They have their own ministry for solar energy. It's called Ministry for New and Renewable Energy Sources, and we very closely collaborate with them together. We did some 15 projects in the last 10 years. And they roll out very ambitious plans to electrify the 600,000 villages in India without power. They are trying to promote solar steam cooking systems, solar cooking box, solar hot water for the houses. So there's a very, very ambitious plan. Also to put up now solar thermal power plants, solar photovoltaic power plants. There's the plan for 20,000 megawatt in the next 5 years, which is very ambitious. So India on one side develops like most of the other developed countries, which includes a lot of problems. On the other side, they have very ambitious plans for solar.